Hey there. All right, good evening. We're running late. Let's go. It's my fault. Let's go. Switch up. This way. We're going to work extra hard. This way. So good to see you. Roll your shoulders forward. It's warm all of a sudden. Roll your shoulders back. I know. And then hopefully it looks like the storms keep getting delayed just for us. All right, everyone repeat after me. Nice B flat major, please. Veil, 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 veil. Go. Dust those chords off. Nice and easy. Just make it sound. tenors and sopranos, A above it. Find that fifth. Good. Can you sing that on E for me? Great. So we have two ends of the spectrum. We have breathy, spooky, right? And then we have super vibrant, obnoxious. So we have and E. We have both sides. And so this is spooky. This is obnoxious. All right? That's important. Can you give me that fifth again? Everyone hum that fifth. Hum the number sing. Go. Good. Now on E, spooky. Go. They got it. Good. Obnoxious. Go. Spooky. Obnoxious. In the middle. Perfect. Have a seat, please. Let's take out the Mozart requiem. Hey, that's one piece to take out. And we're going to begin at the beginning. I realized the past couple weeks we actually haven't run the very beginning, which is fine. It's in good shape. It's our first thing, but I figured we should look at it. So we'll look at this and we'll get into the Kyrie fugue just to see where we're at with that, and then we'll go to the new movements we learned at the end. I have selected soloists for some things. Again, thanks to everyone for auditioning. It's always very difficult in a choir like this to not have people do stuff, and so or not get what they wanted or whatever. It brings up old emotions. I acknowledge that, but it's very special to be able to fill these within the chorale. There's only two places where there are choral movements where solos are inserted, and so Jennifer, she's probably still in the board meeting. No, maybe not. Anyway, if your solo pops up, you can sing it. That's basically what I'm saying. All right, here we go. Beginning, please. Yeah, please. Skip. We skip 2. Right at 26. Or 26. Measure 26. Let's skip to 26 for the sake of time. Very good opening, everybody. And 1, 2, up. And Good. Before we go on, I want to work a couple things. Great memory, everybody. Just you make such a great sound. It's going to be an incredible concert. Page 1, please. These first entrances. So here's what's cool. As I've been contracted with this orchestra, it looks like we're going to have the full 3 trombones we're supposed to have. And what's neat about that is the trombones double a lot of the vocal parts in this piece, which is really cool. So this entry at the beginning, basses will be bolstered by a trombone. But what I'm most interested in is we sing D, just like we just did in our warm-up. D, A, D, A, right? We do these fifths in these entrances, right? And these need to be more dead on. Right now, they're not dead on enough for my taste. So can we start 6, 7, measure 7 right on it, getting into the opening, please. There's a lot of energy, a lot of musicality. I wish our pitch was a little more. Here we go. Measure 7, 4. Bass. Much better accuracy, thank you. Then can we go to measure 34, please? We're losing a little shape here, altos. We see 16 notes and we panic. Remember, we talked early on about sort of crescendoing through that tie. It's not just altos, everybody when we get to that. Let's begin though with everybody at measure 34. No text, D, 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 please. No text, space to start. And 1, and D, Yes, tenors go. Soprano. Good, thank you, good. Sopranos, that entrance has to be more confident. You just gotta jump into the pool. Right now, we sort of inch into it with energy. Boom, it has to be like a pinprick. One more time, 34. Bass is D, 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 4, and 1. Bad conductor. I'll give you the downbeat. Here's the downbeat of the measure. Ready, and 1, and D, alto. Tenor. And up. Much better. That's what he said. Good, we'll go on text. 3, 4. It sits here and we can survive it, right? So more than a month out, we know we can survive this movement, and that's an incredible place to be because that means everything else we do from here out is gravy. It's meant to make it excellent. Thank you. All right. I want to work just a little bit on this, but not too much because we have other fish to fry. But go to page 11, measure 33. You actually do, again, you do well through the whole thing, but this is where it comes off the rails, right? I mean, you sort of hold it together, maybe with some entrances, you get all your key entrances, but it's supposed to. This is the exciting part, right? Stretto, right? We talked about this. This second subject, this Christe subject, gets layered on. Can we sing this on DDD once, starting with the basses, pick up to 34. Basses, pick up to 34. Everyone else come in when it's time. Everyone's on DDD, all right? Basses, lead us off. 1 and 2 and 3. DDD. Stop. Back on DDD, we need to chisel this out. 1 and 2 and... Good, stop. Good. So two things happen here. One, we start guessing on our entry notes, don't we? We're doing a little educated guessing. All right, here we go. Yeah, which I love, but I wonder if we could chisel it out a bit more. Let's take it apart. Can I just hear tenors and basses, please? Same place. Pick up to 34 tenors and basses. 1 and 2 and D, D. Tenor, D, D. Duet here. Good, stop there, very good. And yes, very good, very good. Hum that, think on that. Can we now hear sopranos and altos starting at 34 with the sopranos on D, D, D. 3 and 4 and D. 2 and alto. Good, stop, very good. So sopranos, it's partly a page break, but it's important. where we just let off, that's measure 38 there. That's C to a B natural, right? So it's a half step. You're jumping too much. You're jumping too much. Right? Very good. That's it. It'll tune you in. Now, one more time. Actually, let's same place. 34, soprano and alto on D, D, D. 3 and 4 and 1. D, 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 2 and 3. But that note is so important. It's like the crunch note of crunch. It's so good to hear that B flat at your entrance of the Kyrie there. That was beautiful. Sopranos at 41. When we put it back on text, do not lose that DDD thinness. You can sing the V's on for all I care, but right? Something narrow. But if we sing sort of lay and loud and we get sort of high note-itis and we go, ooh, we just freak out. Keep it nimble, keep it quick. There's a lot of you. What's more impressive than you all hitting the B flat in this line is if you do it in style. Okay? Everybody now on text, starting with basses, pick up the 44. 34. Pick up the 34 basses. 1 and 2 and in the orchestra's in a different place, it's going to be a train wreck. Fabulous, though. That was awesome. That was fast. Can we do the 44? Come in when you can. Altos and tenors. It's okay. Here we go. Pick up the 45. Starting with the basses, altos and tenors. Come in when you can. 1 and 2 and. Alto. Epic. Fabulous. Let's go to On Use Day, please. This is page 68 for me. We did a little bit of this last week in our readathon. But it was the last thing we did in our readathon, so I don't know if we read it as well. So we'll start with it tonight. Sorry, 68. Yep. 6-8. The unused day. Unused day. 1, 2. 1. Good. So good. Thank you. Good. So it's not good. So 2 things. This one comes at you fast, right? And you're double confused because there's this beautiful obligato line that Terry's playing, right? And then, but in the bass is 8 notes. Boom, 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 boom. On you stay, right? 2 and 3. Good. So your pitches are all given to you in that bass line. The other thing, it's a forte entrance. Okay? We'll get it this time. 2 and T. Good. Stop there. So another thing is, D is just a quarter note. D off. One more time, beginning. 2 and 2. Good. Keep it Good, thank you, very nice, good. So we have this, it's simple, right? But you have big, minor, scary, then relative, major, grantless piece, right? And again, remember sopranos, those grace notes are equal. Right, no flip. Good, can we begin at measure 10, please? 10, right on it, basic, beautiful entry. And 1, and we're about to be forte again. Good. Sopranos, that's lower than you think. Same as your beginning notes. All right? Good. Let's start right on it. 17. 1 and 2 and T and 1. Are you just wait. We'll go back. Very nice. Put a little fermata on that, and then put a caesura, because we'll break after we do that, before we go back into the reprise at the beginning. Great, let's do that final bit that was very interesting. Can we start at 41, please? 41. Can we read it on do-do-do? No text. 41, do-do-do. 41, do-do-do. 2 and T and bass. Good, stop. So, altos, it's just a half step. Tenors, whole step. Bass, whole step up. One more time, that area on do. So we're bass at 41, and 1. Beautiful, everybody. Beginning on text, call like it's a performance. This is not a hard movement. You're a great choir. Let's make it great right now. Do not wait till the last rehearsal to get it right. Here we go. Very beginning of the on you stay. Beginning of the movement. 2 and beautiful. It's so good. Performance caliber right now. Very nice, everybody. 2 things. Back after we go to 41. Basses, do not breathe between D and Do not. There's no time for it for you. Mundi could be a B flat. Di, do, na, do. Just don't breathe. It will create a smoother texture. Can we try pick up to 39 again? That was special. Here we go. Pick up to 39. 1 and 2. Good. So the G is in this. The G is in the accompaniment, friends. Right? And again, let's hear it before we go for it. Don't just shoot for the stars. Right? Have a plan. All right. Here we go. You can do it. 1 and 2. Beautiful bass head. Good. 2 things. Can we all just acknowledge that that's longer than before, and that's on purpose? Zeus is trying to string you out. It's a scary chord, but you guys go, and then you try to cut off, and you go, oh wait, no, I have to hold. So we get this bit, right? 3 full beats, and you can do it. All right, one more time, pick the 39, please. I know you just learned this movement last week, but let's make it great. 1 and 2 and. Your final cadences tonight are amazing. Let's go back now a step. Can we go to the ostias, please? And the ostias is on page 51. 51? Page 51, ostias. No, that's not what I wanted at all. I would like the sanctus, please. Thank you. Song 2 is page 58. '58, 5/8 song 2, please. So the movement before this ends on a G major chord. So it'd be really cool if we could just start this out of nowhere without even giving us pitches. But I'm a realistic person. So here are the pitches at top 58, right on the song 2, please. 3 and 4 and. Stop. Very good. Very good. Very nice. Very good. Oh my gosh, so good. Sopranos, he is going to help you eventually with that F sharp. You can do it. Planning. You got it eventually, but let's just try to the second time through do it. I think this movement is just like straight up, straightforward. Sing the notes on the page. I think it's all there for you. Sa, tu, sa, da, dee, da, dee. And then at measure 5, sa, ha, ba. Everything about this is straightforward. So can you nail every single eighth note, every rhythm right in its place? Here we go. Beginning again. 3 and 4. Sa, tu, sa. Oh, I love the altos. When all was lost, I looked to them at 34 and they came in. Woo! I was like, oh, it's all going to be okay. All right. Good memory, everybody. 2 things. We're going to take it off text for a second. Can everyone say Excelsis? Good. If you're listening to a good old Germanic Latin recording of this, that is so awesome. But we're going to sing in Germanic Latin. So no Excelsis. No Excelsis. Excelsis. Just like you'd sing in Angels We Have Heard on High or something. Okay? Excelsis. Just like you would do it many times. All right. I just seen a couple people doing something fancy. And it's really cool. But we shouldn't do one fancy thing if we're not going to do them all. All right. So, can we take this on DDD, please? DDD. The fugue at 11. Bass start. 1, 2, 3, 1. Can everyone be a bass in the beginning? Two things. You're making life harder on yourself because you're just singing notes, you're not singing music. So we have this funky, unky subject. So what did we talk about last week? We talked about cutting the dot off the dotted quarter note right before the eighth notes. It's going to help you. And also, how about this? Can the za of Hosanna, every time it happens, that low note, Hosanna, make staccato. It's non-legato unless he has a slur there. All right, here we go. 11, please. Again, DDD this time, and we're obeying all the little drips and drabs. 1, 2, 3, Sopranos and tenors both have a really fun thing. Let's do it at tenors. Go ahead and look at measure 28, 29, 30 with the sopranos. Sopranos look at beat 2 of 30, tenors look there too. Can we sing this together? Just it's ascending line starting on the high G. Do you see that, Terry? Sorry, 28, 29, 30, beat 2. Just sopranos. But tenors sing along. Here we go. And 1. Good. So here's what I heard. I'm giving you a duh. Use it. Here we go. 1, 2, T, 1. Yes, this is good. Good. Now sing beat 1. Sing the octave jump this time. 1, 2, go. Good. Now. Make it just if it's not clear, either write a staccato over that G, that low G, then beat 1, or make it an eighth note. I don't care what you do, but get off of it fast enough so it's boom. Good on D. 1, 2, go. Good. Now on text. Za. 1, 2, go. Good. Everybody on text from the beginning. Beginning 11.
Hello. I'm sorry. May I implore you to let me have the altos hear their part? Please resolve the
Oh gosh! I want to say no so bad. But I won't. But in order for you to hear that by yourself, you have to sing it, and we're going to start at the beginning of your part. 16, 17, 18, 19, altos by themselves. Measure 19 altos. On do, off your voice, listening and singing. On do. 1, 2, T, 1. Do. Show off. What do you think? No, I'm glad we got to do that after. That was very good. Thank you. All right, everybody now on text. Hosanna. 1, 2, and let's go to the next time we do that, which is at the end of the Benedictus. So everyone go with me now to 66. And we just do it in a different key. Okay, let's see if we can do it on DDD. This is page 66, measure 54. Tenors start this time. Let's start on DDD. 1, 2, T, 1. Nice, very good. And again, very good, and non retardando there too. So no slow down. One other thing I should have said earlier in this rehearsal, but we're gonna write a reminder to tell myself every week this as we head towards the concert. And it sort of gets to this point. I know this music is new, but the altos, with their brilliance, made me think about it. You know, we are at this juncture where we need to work to see this big picture, right? And so I want to hammer out as many notes that pop to me, right? And so what gets to my ears is like, right? Always remember, my ears are scaffolding, right? So I hear like, good. That wasn't very good. Oh my God, that's a disaster, right? And I'm at the point where I'm really working on those big things that I'm like, that's way off, right? And there's not that many left. The reason I say this is Terry was saying, sort of about 27 to 30 minutes of choral music, depending on how fast or slow you sing it. Another 15 or so of solos. And one thing to think about is, in a rehearsal context, we're not always going to have time to go back to everything, right? And so you need to make special notes to yourself, right? So things like, maybe there's an entrance where you know your section's always low. You need to write a note to remind yourself to be up there. Because when we're dealing with the masterwork, we don't have time to hammer out all those little things. We all kind of got to do our job. And if we all do our job, it all pops. You guys are killing it. But I wanted to make a note. You should just be making notes to yourself, because in a concert context, it's easy to forget stuff. Okay. Can we just hear alto and tenor, please, starting at 54? On DDD, alto and tenor. 1, 2, 3, 1. Beautiful tenors. Look at that magic, 65, 66. At 68, you're in unison, right? You see that? And it's funny, all of you went, oh, am I wrong? And then, no, you're not. You all killed it. But just know you're in unison there. Don't freak out. Now can I hear soprano and bass on DDD, starting at the soprano entrance at, I believe that's pick up to 62, or right on 62. Here we go, sopranos. You start. 1, 2, T, 1. Good. Sopranos, I'm going to implore you that you're going to think because it's high, you shouldn't. You really got to sing the articulation. It's actually going to make it easier to sing. I promise you. You got to go with me here. Soprano, start again. 1, 2, 3, 1. Good, sopranos. Very good. It's actually not as hard as you think. But can we sing pick up to 68, please? Pick up to 68, sopranos. On DDD. And 1 and 2. Yeah, good. Everybody on DDD now, starting at the beginning of this little fuga. This is 54. 54. 1, 2, T, 1. D. next now? Hosanna. 1, 2, 3, yeah. Whoa! Why do we have 5 different entrances there? Good, 5 different endings there. Can we sing the last 3 measures? Starting on E, everybody. 1, 2, and E. 1, 2. Good, someone was still behind. The way you end something is so important. Do not think because you sang the last note it's over. It's not until the consonant's done. Again, E. 1, 2, and I was still one. You still won. Get off the S. Here we go. Same face. 1, 2, and perfect. Thank you. All right. Back movements. Before I do something weird, let's go to 43. 43, please. Yeah, page 43. Dominate increase stay, please. I think the beginning of this is like Bigfoot in the woods. You see how I feel that? You see how I feel that 8th note? That's what's happening underneath. And then you will go, Rex Corien. Right? That's what it has to be. It has to be that dramatic, please. Here we go, beginning. I hear so many voices. All right, here we go. 1 and 2 and ready. Stop there. Oh, you guys are rock stars. So, was every note right? No. But was all the music there? Yes. And I'm going to tell you people, 9 times out of 10, that musicality is going to carry you. That musicality is always going to carry you. That's the music, right? When there's no AI getting your percentage correct. This isn't a video game, right? That's what's happening here. What's happening here is music. It's human connection. It's human expression, right? Right? It's emoting, right? That's what we're doing here. So you did a fabulous job of that. So let's work on a couple small details just to get this a little smoother. Can we look at measure 4? Measure 4, please. Measure 4. Measure 4. Measure 4. Measure 4. And we find it. Measure 4. Well, I don't know what's so funny. Here he goes. A. All parts. Measure 4. And we're on do do do. Do do do. 3 and 4. buzzing Renaissance polyphony, and it's not quite right, and it's like mixed with Baroque music. It's sort of a mess, but it's a glorious mess, this little section. Can we sing this a cappella? Here's measure 4. 3 and 4. Good. This time, can you do a piano? Here we go. Piano doesn't mean slow. Good. Make sure the cadence is crisp. We don't slow down. One more time, a cappella. 3 and 4. Good. On text now with Terry. Text with Terry. On text singing with Terry. 3 and 4. Forte. Going on. 2 and 2. Stop. Very good. Thank you. Can we speak this section now? 21. Starting with tenor. Speaking. 3 and 4 and 1. Ne. Good. Stop. Good. So I many summers in my life I sang light opera. Shock. All right. So and did a lot of Gilbert Sullivan. And I worked with a guy named Tim Christopher, who was amazing at those patter rolls. Like, I am the very one who love a modern major general. All those and all this stuff from those great shows. And we asked Ted, because Ted could do this stuff so fast. And we were like, Ted, what is the key? How do you do this so well? And he goes, legato. And we're like, what? Because when you hear something fast, you think of it plucky, right? Your mind goes to staccato, to short. But actually, the key to doing lots of text quickly is to sing it legato. And again, is not. That slows you down. So can everyone write legato when we get here? Believe it or not, you want to sing this legato. You want to speak this legato. Because if you speak it smoothly and sing it smoothly, it actually will stay in time. If you try to go and grab at the text, it won't work. All right, neon speaking. 1 and 2 and 1. Neon. Very nice. Good. Now can we sing it that way? And tenors, not too much voice up there. Just nice and light and plucky. Here you go. 1 and 2 and go. Bravo. Good start. Good, thank you. All right, good. Now, let's now skip for the sake of time. I know we still got to work on that jump sopranos. Someday we'll fix that. All right, here we go. But it's close. It's closer today than it was last week, and I'm sure next week will be perfect. All right, here we go. Page 47 now, starting at measure 4. Let's do it. Here we go, basses. Kick us off. 44, yeah? If you go. 1 and 2 and go. And 3 and 4 and okay. Going on, just for fun. 1, 2. Change the mood completely. Wow, bravo! Right, sorry. 3 and 4 and 4. people really, really good. Okay, one more thing I want to do before we take a quick pause for announcements. Can we go to the DSE please? I want to talk about DSE page 14. All right. So, when I go to do a big masterwork with our pickup orchestra and stuff, just like I do with learning these pieces, I strategize. My teachers always taught me to strategize. You always got to come in with a strategy. You can't just sort of start at measure one and go. It's sort of silly, right? You're not prepared for it. And so my strategy always is, where is the highest chance of disaster? Right? And so if you remember, it was funny, we had a board meeting today. I was reflecting, we're trying to work out logistics for this concert. I was reflecting on how much amazing last spring is for those who were there. We were discussing orchestral rehearsal and all this stuff, and I'm like, thank God this thing is in like a key and like does that real tempo changes. Remember toward the end of the region, that middle section was like, and at some point I'm like, I don't know where I am. They were there, right? So we rehearse those areas. There's high areas for disaster. And I think the DS area is one that I think has a high chance of disaster. And I actually think it's really straightforward. But if you look at the full score, and even you could look at the piano reduction, there's a lot going on, right? It's hard to reduce. And it's one of those things too where the strings are going, they're playing really fast, right? And if you're a string player, you're not reading every note. They're reading melismas, right? They're reading the thing, right? So they're thinking about bowing, right? All this different stuff. The bass is doing their own thing. There's horn interjectants, right? There's crazy stuff. We actually, if you just look at the choral parts, they're actually really straightforward. We kind of stick together until the end, but even then, it's like, it sort of works. So my ask of us, and I would love for you to write at the top of your music, right next to the translation of Day of Wrath, that's what I've read, is stay together. Stay together as a choir. You're going to be very tempted to listen to everything going on around you and throw you. Stay together with the choir, right? So I always say in a choral orchestral work, if you all are a unit, and the orchestra is a unit, and I am a unit, we can triangulate between the three of us. But if each section of the choir has their own opinion about what's happening, then it's like, okay, this guy's got, and actually we rarely have a problem, mainly because that's how I rehearse you, and I rehearse us seeing big picture first and not small picture, right? But the thing is we have to stick together. So what I want to do is similar to what we did earlier. Can we sing the Dies Irae a cappella? Here we go, beginning. 1, 2, 3, and. Very good. Can everyone look at 7? These quarter notes, can they each have a little space between them? It's not so much an accent because I don't want it to be heavy, but I want there to be some space so it doesn't slow down. One more time, beginning. If you can repitch this, Terry. Thank you. 1, 2, 3, and. Good. Going on, can you repitch us the next entrance, Terry? Here's measure 9. 1, 2, 3, and. Nice. 2 things on this section. Look at 11. Can all your quarter notes have more separation like we just did? The other thing is the beginning part of a text phrase is the most important. So for example, sopranos, you didn't get off roost soon enough to be on time for the high G. So can you all plan your entrances a little better so that, and this goes for all parts, but sopranos, that high G is so noticeable, it's important. Bum, bum, bum. It needs to be dead on the beat. One more time, a cappella 9. 1, 2, 3, and. Yes. Next entrance, please. Repitch us, Terry, please. 22. 1, 2, 3, and. Bum, bum, bum. see that? I almost face planted. All right, here we go. Now 31. That was a miracle. I was about to have reconstructive surgery. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, and. Stop. Good. Thank you, Ken. We'll get there. So two things I'm going to point out. So look at 37, 38, 39. All your half notes are slow, right? You're not feeling the pulse underneath of it, all right? So move it along. Everyone look at 33. Can you, without me being fussy, because frankly I can't, there's too much happening, I have to be a metronome in this movement, I can't give you little itsy bitsy stuff. So can you all, just with your big beautiful ears, can you all make the cutoff at 33 right? Again, it's just punctuation. And then come in together on quant. Just use your ears to be together. Acapella again, 31. This is a really good exercise, gang. 31. 1, 2, 3, and. Again, we have to be one united unit in this to make it work. It is about everyone doing their job right. You all are killing it. We're going to do more of that in some of the other movements because, again, I think in this piece, you all being able to play nice with the orchestra is great. All right, I think we'll take a quick pause doing announcements. We have a couple announcements to make. From my angle, bravi. It's just crazy. You know, it's a piece many of you know, and so or have sung before me, I've been singing a long time. It's come back to you beautifully. What I want to make happen between now and, well, two things. One, we have that Easter break right before our concert series, which is a little crazy, but I'm actually not worried at all. It means we do have to come in ready to rock at that Friday night rehearsal, but I have no doubt we'll do that. It also means I would love for us to be able to run the whole piece the second week in April. So again, we won't get up here, but I'd love for us just to do a complete run through of the piece like it's going to be that day, so that we just feel like we can do this. And then everything we do through concert weekend is just making it great. And of course, that Friday night rehearsal is all about orchestral coordination. It is nothing else. It is just time for us to get it together. The players are good, but it's their first time being together. They will have been with me before you get there. But either way, it's a high environment, tense environment in a fun way. Like, I think it's exciting, but you have to come in ready to rock. All right, sure.
All right, just a few things. A couple of them are in the emails, but I'll just note them here. And I appreciate that Max mentioned something about it last week, which is the choir festival. Well, you're still inspired from that early March activity. We do need a new lead for that, or a co-lead for this next time around. So please think about that, something you might enjoy doing. We also have been building a sound team for these lovely microphones that are amplifying our YouTube live experience. John and Mike Gardner and Gary, and I think Teresa, and maybe somebody else, if I don't know your name, but thank you. We could always use some more people to help with that, make it easier, maybe share the load a little bit. We do get to keep this equipment back here where we keep our podium, so you don't have to swap off in the middle of the week trying to make things easy. So if you can help with that, that would be amazing. Concert. I've had several people ask me when our concert is.
Jesus.
April 26th and 27th, Saturday and Sunday, with dress rehearsal on Friday, April 25th. Go ahead and get that in your calendars. We will have a lot of promotional information starting out this week. Facebook events. We'll get our website updated, posters, info in your email. As normal, we can also use some help with that, right? We have some setup help, ticket sales, hospitality. So again, maybe think a little bit about if that's something you're able to help and put it into your calendar. I also want to note that because we are in the spring and approaching our dress rehearsal, that means that we are opening nominations for our board. For those of you who might be new, we have several positions that are elected annually. That would be our president, vice president, secretary, treasurer, music librarian, development officer, those folks. And then we have at-large members, both from the community and from the board, that serve 2-year terms. And there are a few of those positions that will be up as well. So Jen Swain is going to be our nomination chair. She will open that next Sunday officially, but I just wanted to put that out there. If it's something that you're interested in, start thinking about that. And then I do have 2 notes to share, and I know we've done it in the email, but just since we're here together, first, our dear alto, Harriet Hunt, who passed away, her service information went out in the email. We'll put it in the next couple as well to make sure you have it. But that's Friday, March 28th at 2 p.m. at the Galilee United Methodist in Sterling. So if you want to put that in your note, we will send flowers, and I'm sure that will be folks from the chorale at that. And then I know that George got information to us, and I think it made it to most of the sections, if not all, but our Dr. Cooksey from St. James also passed at the beginning of this week. His Celebration of Life service isn't until May. It's May 10th. We don't have specific details on that yet, but we'll make sure that we get that to you.
12:30.
12:30, okay, at St. James in Leesburg. Thank you, Barry. So I know that he was a beloved friend to a lot of folks here, and had been, at that church for a long time, but he's also been a good friend to us. He was often at our concerts, and again, I know we tell the story every reception, but Robin Prince and I, when our former director, Dr. Probst, said that he was stepping down from the chorale, we went to him and said, how do you go look for a new choir director? We hadn't done that in 11 years. So anyway, we are very sad to have lost both of those dear people, and just wanted to share that here, and please hold folks in your heart. I know that several of our altos have known Harriet for decades, and so if not decades, I guess I can't really get much longer than that. Anyway, it feels like she's been a part of us for a long time, and certainly Dr. Cooksey, she's all worked in the community for many decades. So anyway, just wanted to note those last couple sad items, but let's make a little bit of music to close this out.
Thank you. And I just want to thank Sharon for that. It is, when I moved here 10 years ago, and I got this job 3 or 4 months into moving to the area, I knew nobody here, knew no one around. And I often think about the kindness of those of you who have been here on the ground floor with me, which is many of you still here, which is amazing, Harriet being one of them. And so it is very bizarre not to have her in front of me here. I feel that. And with Dr. Cooksey, when you move here and you start asking people who are the music people, his is a name that was like every conversation was, we got to talk to him. And I didn't even completely know sort of the background of how I ended up here. And I found that out later, after he had been to the concerts, after he had been complimentary of you and your work and of me. It's pretty incredible. So I think before we sing a little bit, I feel moved. Can we all just join together in a brief moment of silence? Thank you. It's an amazing thing we get to do. All right, let's bring the funk. Let's bring the energy. Let's see if we can get through. We have 3 movements we've not sang tonight, and I would love to sing both of them tonight. So let's see if we can do Confutatis, Lacrimosa, and then we'll backtrack and do Excremende, okay? All right, so turn on the gears, right? And let's make it happen. Here's Confutatis. Here we go. Gosh. 35. God. Here's Confutatis. 35. And boom. Lots of text. Sit tall, spread. Oscar. Marcus, please. You gotta remind yourself, you gotta be on the high end there. Page 24, standing. Page 24, standing. Page 24, standing. Page 24, standing. 3 and 4.
Peace among us,
week. Thank you. It was amazing. Thank you. Have a good night. See you guys.
729, Tom.
Yes.